Well, another couple of hours on the roof. We've stripped the other side off, and the wall plate on this side is yeah, about time, I think. So that's the weather radar right over the top of my garage with no roof. Yeah, you couldn't make it up, could you? The second one there, with the third one on the way. Marvellous. Well, we have months of dry weather, drought, almost hosepipe bans. I take a roof off a garage, it pisses down. And I'm off to the doctors, and my dad's today. Weather forecast last night was clear on the Doppler radar. So, I think I might have had a sheet that would have covered the most of it. But the old fishing brolly's come in useful for something, to try and save what little is in here. And the Beatles had the first rain on it for probably 30 years. Adapt, improvise and overcome, isn't that what they say? Well, when it pisses down with rain and you've got to go out for the day. Yeah, apparently we had a month's worth of rain today. Long overdue, but I could have done without it. Haven't surveyed the damage yet. I can see the instruction manual is flooded in the polystyrene packaging now, but hopefully the van's dry. Still not looking very promising out there, but apparently we've had it now, that's it. Might be another shower on Saturday, I think. But there was literally nothing I could do. I think the tarpaulin I have got, one of them so big I can't lift it on my own, let alone get it up a scaffolding and pull it over the top of this lot, and the other one wouldn't have been big enough. But I literally just didn't have any time. I woke up to it this morning, persisting down, and it carried on till about 2 o'clock. So yeah, rain stopped play, but then so did the GPs. Yeah, I think that bit over there is a slightly different dimension to the one up there, so got to make it up as I go along. But the next operation is to start stripping the timbers off, and I was originally going to leave this up and then jack it up and then take the beam off and lower it back down, but I don't really think there's any value to it. Once this is off, I can't suspend a sheet over unless I attach something from that end. If I don't take that down and then put a strap across, attach it to there and then put a tarpaulin over the top, but then I know what will happen is it'll just sag and fill up with water. If we do have any more rain, then it gets so heavy you end up with half a ton of water being pulled down on your straps. So yeah, I'll just have to try and move whatever else I can into a drier area, but I literally got nowhere underneath my brolly for my toolbox. It's too big, too heavy to be moved anywhere, so I've literally got to work around it. So the old fishing brolly came in handy. But it's either that or literally I build a gazebo in the garden, which will probably blow away in the wind here. So, rock and hard place. So is the first bit of wood replenishment. Well, they're metric, but they're 2x3s and 2x4s. I've got 10 of them, and they screwed up and gave me 3 foot, 3 inch by 2 inch, and I asked for 4 by. These are about 11.5 feet, and these are 15.5 feet. There's 170 quid's worth there. So what's that? About $220. I don't know how that compares the US timber prices, but yeah, it's a lot dearer than it used to be. Well, another afternoon at it. Just cutting and taking all the wall plate out from underneath the beams. You can see there. I'm winging it a bit because I can't see the screen, it's that bright. But this is the underside of a section I've cut out. You can see various bugs have started trying to chew it, and even that jasper's interested. And woody worm everywhere. This is a fairly solid bit. That was the face into the garage. This is the top side where you can see the brackets were securing the beams. But this end you can see the rot starting in. So although probably 95% of the beam is solid, I'm just not going to mess about. Everything's coming out, starting afresh. There's no point in doing it, and then 15-20 years time this needs doing, so everything's going in because I ain't going to be able to do it again.